Good day, folks. Admiral Preparedness here. Now, day 50, and we're starting to run out of stuff. Yes, we are starting to run out of stuff. How to feminine, the lady folk are running out of their feminine deodorant products, their feminine products. Men are starting to run out of toothpaste and or their deodorant and shampoos and all the accoutrements that go with that. Um, so we're now beginning to go into the scavenge mode. We've got parties of four who leave the area. We have one ham radio walkie-talkie that they take with them. It has about a 6-hour battery charge, so we don't let them venture too long out. And what they've been coming back with is not really acceptable. Uh, Living a rural life does have its drawbacks. The nearest major city is about an hour and a half walk. Uh, we don't dare take the horse with us because we don't want to lose the horse. So they're camping overnight and staying out at least 2 nights. We really don't want to push going out, venturing out any more than 2 days, since somebody has to go get them if they get in trouble or help them out. They are heavily armed, well protected. They know the tactics. Most of these guys are former military, so we'll leave that at that. They've got experience. We trust what we trust that they'll be back. They don't take stragglers. They're not accepting any. We're not accepting any more people. The five we lost a few weeks ago, it was voluntary. They wanted to get out. They didn't want to stay there. We didn't have no harm, no foul. Just take your stuff and go. So we're still hearing all these reports that the major cities are empty. They're empty. What remains are the apocalyptic. Everybody saw the movies in the 70s and 80s, 90s, early 2000s about what would happen to major cities in the event of a catastrophe. And we're now seeing that live today. We don't have any way not to believe it. I mean, you're talking to these folks and they're saying that when they have heard parties go into these megatropolis, it's empty. Even the deer have started to take back. The animals are now starting to go in and occupy, build nests. So, in essence, it's going to be a big game reserve. The most people are gone. They died. The senior citizens here were old. Were the people who are in their 70s, not in our group, but in other reported areas, they've passed away. The young folks, the children, we only have 12. We're doing our best to protect them. We don't want to make things so gloom and doom to them, but we know that they have to hear the truth, and we train them, and we're talking to them, and we're giving them the education. We got our library, as I spoke before. And so what's happening now is we're just trying to maintain our camp, our collective, our co-op, our tribe. Uh, we're doing very well with that, but when we're not, we can't make everything ourselves, so we have to scavenge, and it's we're not stealing. Trust me, we're not. It's there to take. If we have to barter, we do barter. We found certain things that we got around here. Come spring and come summer, we'll be able to grow, and we'll start our marketplace. And that's still ways in the future. It's winter time. We're about ready to. We heard reports out west where the west coast now is it's raining, so that's coming here. It'll be here in the next couple of days, and with temperatures outside in their teens, we expect a snowfall. So everybody again has to stay in and not venture out. So we'll recall those parties that are out there scavenging and get them in and get them safe. We haven't had any problems with intruders. They're the ones we have now are lone wolves, and we just send them on their way. We'll supply them up and wave them in a different direction. Tell them you didn't see us, you don't know us, you never heard. You go away, and they're good with that. One has a ham outfit, and he contacts us about every other day just to let us know where he's at. I mean, it's nice that he does that. We never ask him to do it, but since he's volunteering the information, we'll use it. Networking has always been a good thing when you planned it. We planned it years ago. We planned how we would get communications again with the Doggy Express and the walkie-talkies, the ham radio. We don't have any other way. I mean, word of mouth. It gets to us eventually. There's no newspaper. There's no internet. There's no mail. It doesn't exist. It's been gone since day one. What I'd like to report here today is, as you can see, it's sunny outside, so solar is doing its job. We've managed to find some more deep cell cycle batteries in an RV campground 2 days away, and that was fun lugging those batteries back. They were heavy, so it took a little longer to get those batteries back. Now we're using them on a rotation basis where I'll use two. I'll send one to somebody else. The volunteer will come by and pick it up. We have the cart, like I mentioned before, so we use that. So the burden of the beast is not put upon the human. A little common sense is always what works around here. We've made our own flag. Be honest with you, it's no longer the United States of America. It's our home. We call it our home. The flag represents the 50 people here minus the 5. They left before the flag. We made the flag and then they left. So now we have to figure out a way to. It's kind of silly, but you need your coat of arms. You need some sort of government in essence. We're developing a small a constitution, Bill of Rights. We're still a democracy here. We still vote. We still there is a hierarchy. I'm not one of them. I'm just a lone bee, worker bee, so to speak. I do give my leadership when necessary, but I'm not a leader. I'm a follower. I'll go to you to the end of the world, but as far as I go, the alpha wolf, the alpha dog, the female alpha dog, they're in the party. They're in the collective, the co-op, the tribe, and we follow the rules that we all made up and agreed to. We don't have crime. That's one thing you can just about bet. That doesn't exist because what are you going to do? Steal from somebody that hasn't got anything? So there's nothing to steal. There's no gold. There's no jewelry. There's no diamonds. There's no carte blanche credit card. There's nothing to steal. It's all here and what we do with it. But I have to go back and reflect on a few days ago where there was some missing chicken eggs. It was weird. But we found the culprit, and that was a fox, and we ran him out. We don't like to kill nature if we don't have to, so he got trapped, and one of the volunteers took him about a day out and let him go. At least he said he did. We do see it's wintertime, as I spoke before, so the squirrels are out and about. Occasionally one will find his way into a pot. The animals are being well taken care of. We did find some chickens. We've got those little guys huddled up in a chicken coop, and we have enough grain. Again, we had the farm store. That's well protected. We're not letting anybody get into that complex. And so basically, as a roundup, we're doing good. We're sticking together. We've got our communication system set up. We've got our scavenge system set up, our school, our library, our health care. We have one doctor. His wife acts as a nurse. We have volunteers that go in there and help out when they can. Nobody's got anything deathly ill. But the pharmacy down the road, we are seeing some of the main medications beginning to dwindle. So we think we're going to start having problems with high blood pressure. But we do have a medicinal recommendation that we've been getting. Of course, all of the books and all the documentation we have, we can grow our own medicinals here soon. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this short, folks. Animal preparedness here. We're hanging in there. Bye.